Tension is running high again in downtown Cairo, especially behind me on Tahrir Square, and this after a very festive 48 hours that followed the ousting of former President Mohammed Morsi. A lot of Egyptians in the opposition perhaps thinking that the Islamist camp was done with, but it proved last night that it is very determined to follow through with its promise to stay on the street until their president, Mohammed Morsi, returns. So violent clashes overnight in between Friday and Saturday, and this has led Tamarod, the rebel movement, the opposition, to call back onto its supporters to take back to the streets. So millions of people, they're hoping at least, expected to take back to the streets to protect their revolution. That's the expression they're using to motivate people to come back out here and defend this square. Young people, self-proclaimed security officers, manning every exit and entrance to this square. And these are scenes that we're seeing played out throughout the country. Young people basically searching vehicles, asking people to present their identity papers, patting people down. Basically, security is tantamount, is a paramount issue for them because they're very much afraid of being attacked either by isolated armed groups or by packs of Morsi supporters, such as those that we saw late last night converging towards the bridges, trying to cross over the Nile in order to reach this extremely symbolic square right behind me.
And how much leverage do the Islamists really have? What can their next move be? They have no president. Many of their party leaders have been arrested.
It's very difficult, actually, to answer this question. A lot of people thought that yesterday their meetings would be a sort of swan song, where when last time they would show, their numbers and basically make big speeches and then somewhat fade away. But it was very much the opposite. They showed that they still, are able to react to a certain extent. Certainly not with the same kind of numbers as those of the opposition, but they have the capacity to cause trouble. And most surprising of all was the appearance of the supreme guide of the Muslim Brotherhood, a man whom pretty much everyone thought had been arrested by the army. He was free and giving a very strong speech at a big mosque right near the presidential palace, where most of Morsi's supporters are gathered in the Egyptian capital. There's a lot of theories circulating, going around as to how that happened, how that man came to appear in public, but that certainly shows that the Islamist camp has not basically given up.